Hey everyone and welcome back. If you're new here then hello, my name is Zoe and this is my YouTube channel. Today we're doing a makeup look inspired by the Victoria's Secret Fashion Show 2024. I was so excited when I saw it was coming back and I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it. I love like the glitz and the glam, the show's always amazing and I just love looking at everybody's outfits, their hair, their makeup, and I thought everyone looked beautiful. So I had to do a makeup look inspired by it because it's been such a long time since I think 6 years since the last one, and yeah, their makeup always looks on point and I wanted to do like a classic Victoria's Secret makeup look today. And I've tried to do a bit of a fake blowout today, so we'll see how my hair turns out at the end. As long as my makeup goes okay today, I'm not too fussed about my hair, but I've attempted it, so that's a bonus. I take on a Victoria's Secret Angel makeup, very glowy, very effortless, bronzy, just perfect really. Definitely my kind of style. I absolutely love this kind of makeup, very soft glam, just beautiful. So we're going to start, I'm just going to prep my skin a little bit. Have got a bit of a cold at the moment, so I'm hoping I don't sound too great, but we will just roll with it today. I'm using a bit of my my Primark Prep and Prime moisturiser primer. I absolutely love this. It does leave my skin just really nice and glowy, hydrated, and that is definitely the look we're going for today. And then I'm also going to use some of my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. I'm using the shade 4 today. I feel like this product has to be a staple for Victoria's Secret makeup. Surely they have to wear this, and I'm just going to put this pretty much like everywhere, to be honest. Mainly like on the high points, and then we'll see how we on with it. I did put a little bit of tan on last night. I just used a little bit of bronzing drops in my skincare, and then I used the Dove Gradual Tan last night because I didn't want to fully tan. And oh, just look at that glow. Hopefully we'll look somewhat like an angel by the end of this video, because with the cold that I've got, I'm not really feeling like one today, so hopefully we look a little bit more like one by the end. Okay, so for brows, I feel like their brows are all like just fluffy, natural and soft. So I'm using the Too Faced Super Fine Brow Definer, and I'm just going to brush through my brows. And I'm just going to fill in just any like little sparse areas. I feel like the makeup on all the angels, I mean they're stunning anyway, aren't they? But it's all just very like natural, effortless, which is kind of what we're going for. And then I will set them with a bit of brow gel, but I'm going to leave that till last just in case I end up going over them with any makeup or anything. And then I'm going to do the rest of my eyes just while my skincare soaks in. I'm going to use a little bit of concealer just to prep my eyes. This is the Fenty Beauty We're Even. I absolutely love this because it's such a natural finish. It's not like too full coverage, but it just kind of evens everything out. So I'm not going to carve my brow out or anything. I'm just going to use this to kind of even out my skin tone on my eyes because they're a little bit red at the moment, so we'll just use this as a little bit of a base to kind of cancel all that out. Okay, then just to set that down a little bit and to add a bit of definition, I'm just going to use my bronzer. This is the Urban Decay Beached bronzer, and I really like this one because it's not like too warm or too cool. It's a really nice bronzer. It's probably one of my favourites. I'm just going to pop this into my crease area. I feel like with Victoria's Secret their eye makeup is not too smoky. It's a little bit more sort of like shimmery. They wear very slight wing and like maybe some winged out lashes, so nothing too heavy. I think I'm going to go more kind of like sparkle shimmery rather than smoky today. So just a little bit of bronzer just to add a little bit of definition, but just so it's not too dark on the outer corners. Okay, then I have these new shadow sticks from Rimmel and I used them for the first time yesterday. I absolutely love them. They're the Wonderlast eyeshadow sticks and I'm going to use the shades Frosty Rose, which is this kind of like champagne-y pink colour. I thought this would be like the perfect colour for today's makeup. And then this one, which is like a nice warm brown. This is in the shade Shimmer, Choco Shimmer. So we're going to use those two today. And shadow sticks are so easy to use as well. I think they look so pretty. So I'm going to use Frosty Rose first, and I'm just going to scribble this all over my eyelid. I'm going to go up into my crease a little bit as well and bring it up a little bit higher. But yeah, shadow sticks I feel are really coming quite popular this year as well. They're so easy to use. You don't have to be neat with them at all. I'm literally just kind of scribbling this everywhere, right up to my brow. I feel like champagne tones, like pink, mauvey tones, look really nice for a Victoria's Secret look. Next we're using the darker brown, and this is going to go just along my lash line. I'm going to smudge it to make it a tiny little bit more smoky. I also am going to try and do just a really simple little wing with this as well, and really press it into like the roots of my lashes. And then just on a little angled brush, I'm just going to take some off the stick, and I'm going to do a tiny little wing because they always do a little soft wing. I don't think it would be a Victoria's Secret angel makeup without a little bit of a wing. And then I was going to use that shadow stick to tight line as well, but I'm using a brown eyeliner instead just because it's quite a thick pencil and I struggle to tight line as it is. So just a brown, this is Max Teddy I think. I'm just going to tight line all the inside of my waterline. Okay, then just to add a little bit of sparkle to the top of my eyes, I'm using this Lottie London Harley Quinn. It's Justice Jewel highlighter. It looks insane as an eyeshadow topper though. I absolutely love it. So I'm just going to take my finger and just press a little bit all over where we applied that shimmery eyeshadow stick. I don't put too much on because I want like the pinkness of the shadow stick to show through, but this is just like a really nice like champagne colour and it looks amazing as a topper. I'm going to put some of this over my brow, just like underneath my brow bone as well. I really like that so far. I'm just going to give my lashes a quick curl. Even just curling my lashes always makes such a huge difference. And then for mascara, I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex. This is my favourite mascara, especially if I want my lashes to look like really nice, fluffy, and like voluminous. Okay, so for lashes, I feel like they probably do wear lashes, but they're very soft, like wispy, more kind of like winged out. So I've got some little individuals that I've got from Primark. So I'm going to pop just a couple of clusters on the outer corner. I'm going to use the 12mm and the 10. I'll probably do maybe like 3 on each eye, but I'm going to do them off camera because they take me so long. And then I will come back to you and show you the difference. So this is without lashes, and then I will be back in a second with them on. So that is my lashes. I've just used 2 of the 12 meters I hope not, 12mm, and then 2 of the 10. I like clusters are a little bit more natural looking. They look really like fluffy and wispy, which is really pretty, which is definitely what we're going for today. So I'm going to leave my under eyes until after I've done my skin, so let's carry on with skin makeup. I don't feel like the Victoria's Secret models wear too much on their skin. It always looks very natural. I know they're under the lights and everything, but I'm going to go for just least amount as possible, but with I need coverage, let's face it. So I'm going to use a bit of the Maybelline Superstay, the tiniest bit. I'm going to do like bronzer and everything anyway. I'm using my favourite foundation brush at the moment. This is the Fenty Beauty 145. I've got it on a bit of a mixing palette. I'm just going to really press it into the brush so I don't pick up too much. Just makes everywhere look nice and flawless. This is also going to keep the nice glow underneath as well because it is a bit more of a glowy foundation, which is really pretty. I have a bit of redness around my nose at the moment, so I'll add a little bit of extra coverage where I know that I need it, but try and just keep it really soft and fresh everywhere else. I think that might be enough for now. Like, you can still see my skin showing through and like my beauty marks and things, which is nice, but it's kind of evened everything out It's cancelled out a bit of my redness as well, which is nice. Okay, moving on to concealer, I'm going to use that same one that we used earlier, the Fenty Beauty We're Even. I'm going to start with 130W, which is a little bit more of like a yellowy undertone. I'm going to use this first, and then I just have a more peachy tone to brighten a little bit. So I'm going to sharpen up my wing a bit. Again, this is a very like natural, it's not a super heavy coverage concealer, which is perfect for today's look because we are going a little bit more minimal than like what I'm used to. It just really nicely like brightens and freshens up your eye. I feel like this is a perfect product for a Victoria's Secret makeup. And then I'm going to use the more peachy one, which is 125C, just to brighten up here a little bit. Yeah, that's just really brightened everywhere up, which is perfect. I definitely feel a little bit more fresh and awake now than what I did when we first started. Then for my bronzer, I'm going to use the Chanel Cream Bronzer. Again, this is a very like more sheer and natural bronzer than like my cream contours and things like that. So I'm going to use this just to add a little bit more warmth. Victoria's Secret Angels are always like very bronzy. I'm sure they probably tan a lot more than I have before a show. So I can't really bronze up too much without it looking like I don't match, but this is just a really nice, it's such an effortless product. It looks beautiful on its own and it's like buildable as well. It just is so pretty. It's probably one of my favourite cream bronzers, but it's just a little bit more natural looking than say a cream contour stick. Okay, then I'm going to do a tiny bit of cream blush. This is the Winter Rose eye base from P. Louise. They always have a very, I've heard that it's actually a red blush that they use, but always comes off like looking like very like baby doll pink. I'm just going to press this with my fingers just into my cheeks. These are very pigmented as well, so I'm always quite careful how much I put on. I was never a blush girly until like this year I've really entered my blush era. So yeah, sometimes I go a bit too overboard, sometimes I just need to bite the bullet and just add a little bit more. So first I kind of like press it in with my fingers to try and blend it as much as I can, and then I just use the brush that I've used for my bronzer and then just press it in, and it kind of helps blend it all together. Okay, so now we need to set this. I'm going to first set it with a loose powder. This is a Laura Mercier, is it Ultra Blur? The Ultra Blur translucent powder, because I want to keep the glow but in the right places. Like at the moment we are looking a tad bit shiny. I'm just going to set kind of like the centre of my face so we keep the nice glowiness of like the outer perimeter. Bit on my chin as well, around my nose, and then a little bit just on the centre of my forehead. Okay, and then to brighten my under eye a little bit more, I'm going to use a pink powder. This is from Lottie London. It's their Ready Set Go in the shade Brightening Pink. I'm going to use a little triangle puff for this. I'm not going to use much because I get quite dry on my under eyes. I'm just going to take some on the puff, just press it into my hand, and then just press this underneath. This makes such a huge difference. And I only do this on my under eyes and nowhere else. But just look what a difference that makes. I'm kind of just going to let that sit there while I do my bronzer and my blush. This goes everywhere as well. It's quite messy. To be fair, I'm just covered at the moment. So bronzer, I'm going to use that same Urban Decay one, and I'm just going to press this in. It doesn't matter if you go over the powder either. Around the forehead, just everywhere that we did that cream bronzer. And then for blush, the perfect blush that I thought for a secret Victoria's Secret makeup is Luminoso from Milani. This is my favourite like pinky peach blush, and it's got that nice glow to it as well because it's a baked blush. So just on the apples of my cheeks, and it's still, we've got that beautiful glow on the outer perimeter, which I absolutely love. Just going to sweep away that extra powder now. We can just quickly finish off the eyes. I'm going to use my Rimmel Wonder Freeze Brow Lamination Gel. I'm just going to run this through. I don't think I'm going to need any extra pencil, but just so they stay nice and fluffy, just give them a good brush through with this. Okay, perfect. Now let's finish the under eyes. I'm going to go back to those cream sticks. I'm going to use the Frosty Rose first. I'm just going to use this all underneath my eye. I need a smudger, clean smudger. So this is going all underneath and into the inner corner as well. I'm going to use the darker one just like on the very outer part of my lash line, just to deepen it a little bit. I might also just do a tiny bit of nude pencil in my waterline, just because I have had that cold and my eyes are a little bit red at the moment. Beautiful. Yeah, we will do a nude pencil in the waterline if I can find one. I'm just using this Zoeva nude pencil just in my waterline, just because my eyes are that little bit red at the moment. And then tiny bit of mascara on the bottom, just a touch. I don't want them too heavy, but just a little bit. I'm going to use a little bit more of that diamond highlighter just in my very inner corners. Now I've done the rest of my makeup. For highlighter for my skin, I'm going to use the Diamond Balm. This is in Royal Icing from Fenty Beauty. I absolutely love this. This also looks amazing as an eyeshadow topper as well. I'm just going to pop that just on my high points. Beautiful. Right, lips is all we need to do, and then hopefully my hair will be perfect when I take it down. I always feel like they do a very neutral / pinky glossy lip, so I have the Fenty Beauty Thugs Blush 2, and this is the number 2 lip pencil. I'm going to overline slightly with this as well, and maybe fill in a little bit of my lip with it. Okay, and then over the top I'm going to use a clear gloss. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Heat because it's a little bit more plumping as well. This is in the Glass Slipper, which is the clear one. I thought this would just make them look a little bit more pouty. Okay guys, so I'm just going to very quickly take my hair down and then we'll be back for the final look. Okay guys, so that completes my Victoria's Secret fashion show inspired makeup tutorial. I really love how it turned out and I'm quite pleased with my hair for once today. I really hope you did enjoy today's makeup tutorial. Let me know what you thought of the show down in the comments, and also if you liked this makeup look. Please give it a big thumbs up if you did as well. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next week in my next one. Bye!